Lock, your Tahric Finn. 2023 has come and gone. Things happened this year, and I forgot all of them.
It's quite a year this year. Quite a year for some sick submissions, both in MMA and in Jiu-Jitsu. And my favorite submission.
What was it?
Wasn't even a submission.
Really? What do you mean?
Mikey doing his patent Mikey Lock on Guntamar Bayanduuren in 1 FC.
Ooh.
Like I became aware of Mikey more from who's the first guy he fought in 1? Was it Sakuraba?
Imanari. Yeah. In a match with Imanari. And he did some crazy back takes.
Yeah.
At the time, me and Tahric were doing fight breakdowns pretty regularly. And we got requested to do this Mikey breakdown, and we couldn't do it. Just looking at it like
it was too high level.
It's like, some sort of Barambolo, but not like I know how to do it.
I've watched it in slow motion, and I'm just like I don't know exactly what he's doing there.
But we did break down the Mikey Lock. I believe it's our most successful video.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Break down the Mikey Lock.
Yeah, it is our most successful video.
And it was interesting because I think in the video our technique's pretty correct. But as soon as we stopped recording that video, I forgot how to do it. I've never hit a Mikey Lock. I've never tried.
Yeah.
But in the video, we got it.
Yeah, I hit it that moment when it was fresh in my mind.
Yeah.
But so the Mikey Lock that Mikey pulled, it didn't end in a submission, but it was one of the most horrific lessons on why you should tap when a pit bull is just like chewing on your knee.
Yeah, how long was his knee popping for in the match? Do you remember? Many minutes.
I think it was 8. It was 8 minutes. I think he had him in the lock for almost 8 minutes.
Ugh.
I could be remembering wrong, but it was.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And this guy made no signs of tapping. He didn't really have defense. He was just kind of moving and trying to stand up, and trying to keep wrestling. While his knee just got
He was showing a lot of heart.
A lot of heart.
Yeah,
a lot of heart.
He had heart all over the place. So that was like my biggest one of the year for
Most
me.
memorable.
Most memorable one. Another one is Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko.
In the UFC, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
In March. This was a great UFC. Panda was here visiting us.
Yeah, that's my one of the year. Panda came to visit.
Yeah. And he helped us do a breakdown of this match too.
Oh yeah.
So Valentina was the boogie monster in the strawweight division.
One of the most dominant champions in the UFC history, really.
Yeah, and Grasso got behind her and sank a choke in, and Valentina fought it, but yeah, eventually she had to give, and it was a huge upset in the match, and she finished it so nicely, she just got
She took her back off of a spinning kick. Valentina threw a spinning kick. Alexa Grasso slipped it, took her back, masterfully took her down and choked her. End of an era, end of a dominant queen. And what's happened since then? Valentina fought? I don't even know. She's shooting guns.
She's been shooting guns. I know she says she's vocal. She's gaining some popularity online, but I'm not sure. I don't think she's been back in the octagon since then, or when her next match is coming.
Well, I look forward to it. Valentina Shevchenko is one of the most dominant people in the world. Expert marksman shooter, and. Yeah, that was wild. Watching her get strangled, I never thought it would happen.
Yeah, and on the same night, Jones makes his comeback and guillotines Gan immediately.
Walks forward, kicks him in the dick, takes him down, strangles him.
It was such a fast match. That was such a crazy submission. I did not expect the fight to go like that.
No, we thought it'd be a real fight.
Yeah, Gan is celebrated as possibly the best striker in the division.
Yeah.
And Jones just walked in there like, yeah, give me my lunch back.
Yeah, dominant performance.
Yeah, first match at heavyweight. He came in looking big, and he's been injured since then. But that was a very sick way to get that belt. He just came in, and it was over immediately. It was over immediately.
There's no doubt.
No, but none of them were even sweating yet. And it wasn't like the ref stopped it or anything. He just came in and he sunk the guillotine in.
Yeah.
And Gan was in shock, and he was in a bad position. He was up against the fence.
Up against the fence.
It was going to be hard for him to get out of that. Yeah. Seated, Jones was standing over him, legs wide.
Could have done lots of things to finish that fight. He chose a guillotine.
Yeah. That was an incredible moment. Another one is Geoff Neal versus Rakhmonov. I love this name. And this has been Rakhmonov's year as well.
Yeah, one of the absolute standouts in the UFC right now. He destroyed Geoff Neal. We were trying to remember exactly what it was, but it was standing with a rear naked, I believe.
Yeah, and he wasn't fully...
He wasn't on the back.
Yeah, he was kind of off to the side a little bit, but just almost like a... Do you call that a bulldog? Is that a bulldog choke?
Yeah, so bulldog choke is if the partner's here and you got his head this way. Rear naked is if he's standing and you're on his back. So this was somewhere in the middle.
It was a modified bulldog.
He just got him, dominated
rear
him.
Naked bulldog.
So Rakhmonov, he did that to Geoff Neal, which was quite a big performance. And then just recently, he how did he beat Wonderboy? Strangled? I forget.
Strangled him. Hold on, let me see.
Dominated and then submitted Steven Wonderboy Thompson.
Yeah, and that was recently
2 weeks ago.
First. Yeah. And that's the first
tap Wonderboy.
Yeah, Wonderboy's never been finished. Where is it? Yeah, Rakhmonov rear naked choke. Yeah. Never finished Wonderboy, the Karate Kid, and Rakhmonov. Every time he goes in there, he just looks like everybody doesn't belong in there with him.
Yeah. No, he's like one of the perfect fighters.
Yeah, he just.
And they asked him in an interview, like, "Do you have any other hobbies?" And he's like, "Horses." And like, "Oh, what's your favorite thing?" He's like, "Horses."
Nice.
And he's like, "What's your main diet?" And he looks at him and goes, "Horses." So this dude's just out there living a very old school existence.
Riding,
just training,
riding,
just fighting,
eating horses,
riding and eating horses, and strangling grown men.
Probably drinking their milk too.
And I would. It's very possible that this time next year, Shavkat Rakhmonov's a UFC champion.
I think it's very.
It's very
possible.
very possible.
I mean,
I don't know who else.
Yeah, I don't know what. It would be interesting to see him against maybe even higher level guys, but seeing him against Leon would be crazy.
Who else is right there? Bilal Muhammad?
Yeah,
It'd
Bilal
be a
Muhammad.
great fight.
Yeah.
Make sure Bilal Muhammad never gets that title shot he deserves. Just showing that it's Shavkat
He just
Rakhmonov.
seats everybody just pass give it like, hey, what about me?
He's been calling for a title shot for a long time.
Yeah.
Very deserved.
Shavkat is just so...
It's become a meme that you pass over Bilal. And so this is going to be a great way to continue that, make it legit, just solidify. Give him Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Yeah.
Watch him get dominated.
Yeah. And Muhammad versus Shavkat, I don't see that going well. Yeah, I think
it should be a real fight, but I don't know. Shavkat's so good.
Yeah. So is he going to be next for the belt?
It's very possible.
Muhammad again.
Yeah, if not next, maybe. Yeah, it should be end of this year.
Yeah,
next year, the coming year, 1 year, 1 calendar year from today, something like that.
Yeah, Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett.
Oh my God.
We also did a video on this one. UFC 284, February 2023.
Ah, so long ago.
Yes.
I barely remember. It was a long time.
Finishes by triangle.
Oh yeah.
He was knocked out. He felt a little bit rocked. Like he got rocked. He fell back. Josh Emmett came on top of him and he just bloop, 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 bloop. He just put together a quick triangle and locked it in tight. And he was not aware during this. Like
he doesn't remember.
His body was on autopilot. He doesn't remember doing the triangle. He doesn't he probably just remembers not getting hit, and he comes to in the triangle and he just remembers locking up the triangle.
Amazing. Yair Rodriguez is one of the most fun fighters to watch.
Yeah.
And Josh Emmett, man, one of the hardest hitters. Josh Emmett he just knocked out Thug Nasty.
Yeah. That was that's probably the knockout of the year.
Bryce Mitchell, he falls down unconscious and has a seizure in the octagon.
Yeah.
Which there's a couple times the UFC has to make these decisions of like, do we even show that? And you can see them like they show it and they jump back.
Very much. Yeah.
I mean, they showed it a little bit. They didn't have to. They could just show the guy celebrating. They keep going back to this guy twitching on the floor.
Yeah,
so in the Yair Rodriguez fight, he got hit with one of those punches. You know, he was.
Yeah, he's a hard hitter. So
he was unconscious.
Yair on autopilot put him into a beautiful triangle
Incredible.
He was against the fence and everything, but he locked it in tight. So.
And I think for an interim belt, right? He got Volk's belt.
Yeah.
Got himself a title shot.
Yes.
Which he did a valiant effort, but he got destroyed by Alexander Volkanovski. Maybe one of the best fighters of all time. Volkanovski had a tough year, though. He ended it on a short notice fight with Islam Makhachev, the champion, a rematch. And Volkanovski got head kicked into another dimension.
Nobody expected that either. We thought it would become a grappling match again, like the first one.
Yeah.
The first one was a bit of a grappling match. This
one
was
a fun one. Maybe one of the most fun grappling events.
Yeah. This one was Islam just throwing a head kick and blasting.
A very quick finish.
Yeah. And I think it could change his plans. Like it was almost like a last minute fight. Yeah, I'll go up and fight this guy, and then I got another fight in a couple months, you know.
Yeah, he was too busy, man.
Yeah, he took it, and I kind of understand why he takes it, because going up to try to become champ, there's no risk to you other than the damage you're getting in the fight.
I think there's a lot of risk.
You're getting the damage in the fight, but I mean,
career-wise,
you don't risk you're not risking your title.
Yeah.
In that match.
Yeah, your position in the UFC is stable, cemented.
Yes. Only that, but that guy is risking his title for a guy that cannot lose a title.
Yeah.
So Makhachev, double props. That's ballsy to fight a guy that you're not. If you win, you don't get to take anything from him. But if he wins, he takes it from you.
I think Makhachev just never considered that he would win. I don't think he thinks these things out.
Yeah.
He's just like, fight? Yes.
Yeah, man. This Pickett versus Nickal. Did you watch this one?
Bo Nickal?
Yeah, Bo Nickal.
Oh my God. Bo Nickal. Let me tell you guys about
triangle
Bo Nickal.
choke.
Bo Nickal's the one. Almost every time, I can say this pretty confidently. If you're a gambler, bet on Bo Nickal. I don't know if you'll be able to make any money. You got to find some bookie who doesn't know. So Bo Nickal, this fight against Pickett, it was a short notice replacement fight. So whoever this Pickett guy is, he just got fed to this lion that nobody's gonna beat Bo Nickal. Bo Nickal's like one of the best wrestlers to come out of America, and he's still wrestling at Penn State. He's 27 years old.
Is he? I didn't know that.
4 days a week, he's at the highest level university wrestling. I've never heard of this in the UFC. Someone staying at university
I'm still
to
a
wrestle
student.
4 days a week, and then he's doing, I forget like the credentials of his boxing coach, but he just stumbled upon like the most high level boxing instructor. So he's just becoming a killer striker and the best, most dominant wrestler at Penn State with all the facilities and all the help. And, you know, I'm sure he's saving lots of money doing it like this and hopefully making a lot of money. And I think Bo Nickal is just going to kill everybody. He says all he does is just train and study tape. Mm-hmm. That's it. He has no bad habits.
You know how old he is?
27.
27.
Yeah. So we got like, I would say about 10 years of watching Bo Nickal just dominate. He's just one of those dudes. He's like Khabib. He's like Islam Makhachev. He's just how are you gonna stop this guy? He doesn't have the wild emotional problems of Khamzat. You know, he's much more stable character. Always calm, collected. Everybody dies.
He's gonna be a problem.
He's a super problem. And I forget what weight class, I think middleweight. So he's gunning for, Sean Strickland at the moment. Should be a great fight. But I think he has a lot of fights to do in the meantime. I don't know who's standing in the way. Paulo Costa.
What is he? It says he's middleweight.
Middleweight. Probably not ranked yet. So he's got fights to go. But every single time, if you see even kind of not super dominant odds, bet your money on Bo Nickal.
That's this is financial advice.
Yeah.
What is it? Gilbert Burns, Neil Magny.
I don't remember this one.
So this one, Burns, he finishes mounted arm triangle. He doesn't go
stays in mount?
He stays in mount.
Whoa.
And just super tight. He kind of leans off to the side, but you know the conventional wisdom with the arm triangle is once you get the arm triangle is you want to get to the side where you can apply pressure, but Burns, he stays on top, gets his body flat, and finishes just hard squeeze on Neil Magny.
Wow. And
yeah, that was one of my faves of the year as well. Another one is Gunnar Nelson versus Barberina. You remember this one? We did one about this. We broke this one down.
We made a video about this?
We broke this one down. He won by armbar. Yeah. What was this?
Gunnar Nelson.
So Gunnar Nelson versus Barberina, UFC 286, March 2023.
March. Oh my God. March was so long ago.
Yes.
I don't remember any details, but love Gunnar Nelson. Jiu-Jitsu black belt, always put on good performances. I think this one he was like dominating the match, right?
Yeah, and then he just armbars him. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, Gunnar Nelson, not good financial. No, you don't bet money he's gonna win.
Yeah, because he might not
bet
win.
money, it's gonna be worth watching.
Yeah,
it's gonna be incredible.
He's an exciting fighter.
Always exciting, always putting on a show.
Bobby Green also got a triangle choke.
Yeah, I don't remember any of these. This is a big year for Bobby Green, man.
Tony Ferguson.
Bobby Green, when he strangled a dude, knocked a dude out, and get knocked out?
Yeah, he triangle chokes Tony Ferguson.
Bobby Green triangle choke Tony Ferguson?
Yes. Round 3.
It made me so upset I blocked it out. I'm trying not to remember Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson, even though he actually looked good in his last fight, Tony Ferguson, it wasn't a complete beating like I expect. But
yeah.
Like he held his own. It
wasn't heartbreaking.
He held his own. I think, yeah. That would be a good way to go out. That would be a good fight to go out on.
We hope so. Yeah. Call out Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Yeah, and those are some of the top ones. In grappling, you had the Mica Galvao flying armbar.
Yeah. A move we've never practiced. We're not gonna break that one down.
Yeah, I can't fly.
Yeah, better not to fly. Mica Galvao, I believe he got this on PJ Barch.
Yes,
at a flow grappling event.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Mica Galvao, just the one to watch. He's just so fun, so entertaining, so high level. Takes steroids, so you know he's not gonna get tired.
Yeah. And
always
he's young.
Ready.
Yeah.
And super high level. Very young black belt, world champion. In February he has a match against Nicky Ryan. I'm doing my best to be there in person, do some on-site journalism, and very much looking forward.
Did you do you remember the details of the Craig Jones toe hold boogie?
Yeah, so Quintet it's an incredibly awesome event. They did, I believe it was the 5th one this year. The B Team Bulls. Do you know why they're called the Bulls? A bull is the inverse of a cuck. Mm-hmm. So the joke is that Gordon Ryan's the cuck, they're all the bulls.
Interesting.
You can draw your own interpretations from there.
Okay.
That's why they're running with that.
Nice.
And they just, we're the bulls, wink. And the joke is laid. They don't have to say anything more.
Nice.
So they go to Quintet. Quintet's an incredibly awesome 5-on-5 situation where 2 guys have a match, and if you get a submission, the guy who wins stays. And if there's no submission, both guys are out. I love this format. I hope we can do it in Taiwan at some point. I think we could do one team from Taipei and one team from the rest of the island and see how it goes. There's a weight limit on the team. I don't know what it would be, something reasonable. And what do you think? You want to be on my team?
That's a good idea. Sure.
Okay. Me and Tahric versus everybody. 5 of you, 2 of us. So at this event in Tokyo, it was the B Team Bulls versus Team 10th Planet. Incredibly awesome. I think the whole thing's on YouTube. I recommend you watch the whole thing. But the craziest moment was Craig Jones in a Bulls uniform. Looks like he's in the NBA. That's what the team is, the outfit's modeled after. Reaches between his leg for a toe hold on Boogie. Richie Boogeyman Martinez, incredibly hard guy to catch. Very few people submit that man. Craig Jones has smoked him twice in Quintet now. The previous Quintet, he hit an ankle lock on Boogie that had Boogie just spazzing. So Craig Jones and Boogie in Quintet's quite a, it's always a viral submission from Craig Jones. So this one he reaches through for a toe hold. Can I see your foot, sir? So the detail that he did, so something like this, he grabs the toes and reaches all the way through. See, it's hard for me to do with my leg in the way, but what he's doing is punching up so much, that is just like a very quick break, like that. Just punched it, Boogie taps immediately, and it's all done. But the way he did it between the legs, like a basketball player, it was crazy. It's one to watch. Quintet, 10th Planet versus B Team. And on that event, young man named Jozef Chen. Have you heard of this guy, Jozef Chen?
Yes, I've heard of this man named Jozef Chen.
I'm spreading the good word until the end of times. Jozef Chen at that event, he had an incredibly good match with a man named Tahric. I don't know his last name. His name's Tahric.
Okay.
Jozef Chen smoked this man. And then very next week, ADCC European Trials, had one of the most impressive performances in martial arts history. He defeated Mateusz Szynski, one of the most feared leg lockers, and he came out with such a good style. Jozef Chen, he got his ankle broken by this man a year or 2 prior, the previous trials. So he came back in this stance, foot way back, engaging like this. His foot was just so far away, have to keep engaging like this. He wins that match, comes back against Tommy Langaker, who has matches in 1FC. He's a very high-level black belt world champion. And Jozef Chen switches it on him. Pressure passing, shooting underhook, tripod passing, smoking this man. Goes up, I believe, 9-0. Has him in full mount. The crowd's going wild. And after that amazing victory, goes against Oliver Taza. Oliver Taza is a Danaher leg-locking guy, destroying everybody that day with cross ashi, also known as the honey hole. And him and Jozef Chen go to an insane overtime. They're hitting throws, they're hitting reversals. Jozef Chen is one of the craziest, I don't even know what to call it, man. He flips over this dude's back and then flips back around and then creates a scramble and then ends up winning. It's everybody's most heartwarming favorite thing in the world. Now Jozef Chen has a DVD on BJJ Fanatics. I will be pirating this, but I recommend you buy it. Just go support this man. Jozef Chen on BJJ Fanatics. Give that man your money. And yeah, I'm stoked to see what that kid does, man. Sky's the limit. He could be, Flow Grappling does Who's Number One. He's had a match on there before. He can come back. He could be champion there. ADCC. Hard to predict ADCC. It's a tough tournament. I think he's going to win at least a match. And potential to win it all. You heard it here first. Don't bet your money, though. It's not worth it. Don't bet on that one. Bet on the instructional. Buy it. What you looking at, man?
I'm trying to... Oh, here we go. There it is. So, staying with our theme of top submissions, we also have, in 2023, well, this is not 2023, this is 2022, but because there is no 2023 ADCC championships, and ADCC is like the closest thing to the Olympics of no-gi jiu-jitsu,
yeah.
I'm assuming the same moves that worked last year work this year.
Ooh.
And then we'll update it 2024
Should be the same moves.
ADCC.
You never know, man.
But check this out. So, number one move, by the numbers.
Most successful submission.
Most successful submission. Wait a minute. Submissions. Here we go. So the most successful submission was the rear naked choke.
Yeah.
Rear naked choke is number one. Yeah, if I show you how they do this, it's weird. They have like a graph like this, and then on the top there's another bar of color. That's the actual success rate. Anyways, so rear naked choke, number one. Inside heel hook and triangle tied for number two.
Oh.
However, there's less attempts on the triangle. Small difference. So 13. This is 13 triangle attempts. So this is ADCC submission, ADCC 2022 submission totals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 13 submissions for triangles, and
inside heel hook.
Yeah, 3 successful triangles, 23 attempts at the outside heel hook for 3 successful heel hooks. So triangle is a higher percentage, but just as many heel hooks finished matches.
Yeah. Yeah, and we've gone over this a couple times, but it's always worth repeating that in these high-level matches, leg locks are about a 50-50 chance that the initiator gets it or the initiator gets got. And so it's a risky move these days.
Rear naked choke, highest success. Of the 19 attempts, 11 landed. That's pretty high. That's almost 50%.
Yeah.
More than 50%.
Yeah, so this is a age-old lesson in jiu-jitsu. The best move, always, get the back, rear naked choke. It's always the best.
Some other finishes, Ezekiel.
And no-gi Ezekiel.
Yeah, 2 no-gi Ezekiel
2?
finishes.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. 3 guillotines. Yeah, so guillotine, triangle, and heel hook are tied. And then other honorable mentions, we got 1 arm bar, 2 choi bars, 1 toe hold, 1 kimura. But the kimura, that's like 1 in 5.
Yeah, 0 buggy chokes on 4 attempts.
0 omoplatas. Less impressed, more involved. He has a video about why the omoplata just doesn't work.
Why?
Because statistically, it's never won any matches.
There's one of them in the UFC ever.
Yeah. So 6 attempts on omoplatas, but 0 omoplatas landed.
Yeah. Omoplata's pretty good for scrambles and sweeping.
Yeah. Knee bar 1 in 5, 1 out of 5. Darce, none.
No Darce.
4 attempts. 2 Ezekiels, and we already said that. Rear triangle, one kill by rear triangle, side triangle, Aoki lock, Z lock, ouch.
Z lock's nasty.
Z lock's nasty, yeah. And what have we been doing 2023?
Yeah, what did we do?
What did we do this year?
It's hard to remember at the beginning what we were doing. But I know this summer we were in Thailand. That was pretty wild. Big step up for me. Taught jiu-jitsu 30 days in a row at 10th Planet Koh Tao. Never been in a gym that much. 30 days in a row. Most days twice a day. It was cool. You brought your family, came out, made a video about it. It's on TAIPEI BJJ on YouTube.
Yes.
It's a pretty cool video. And then, yeah, what did you think? How was that experience?
It was great. Going to Thailand was awesome. I loved being in Koh Tao, especially with nobody getting murdered.
Yeah, that was nice. Nobody died this time.
Yeah, there was some Koh Tao murders back in a few years back, but it was great.
Where can you go where nobody's been murdered?
Yeah, but yeah, small island murder is the worst. Everybody knows that. But yeah, it was awesome. I got to swim with baby sharks. The jiu-jitsu was cool. We did 10 nonstop rounds. No air conditioning. Fans off.
Awesome.
Pool of sweat just dripping, slipping
Oh, yeah.
Almost quit at one point. I almost said, let me take round 7 off. But I'm looking around like, that guy's not taking it off. Let me do it. Let me finish this. So yeah, Thailand was awesome.
Thailand was awesome.
Hold on. Oh, Derek says, I barely recognize you guys in regular clothes.
Oh yeah? It's cold, man. Today's not so cold.
Bo Nickal versus Gordon Ryan rematch in MMA.
Oh, I think Bo Nickal destroys Gordon Ryan in MMA. Yeah.
Craig Jones teaches the mounted arm triangle. I love that variation for security. Chain smokers in. Love that Quintet match. The documentary they released a few days ago is so fun.
I gotta check that out, man.
And you said you're getting the Pirates, so Derek says, give me the Torrents.
Yeah.
Where's Darce on that list? Darce is pretty low on the list.
Yeah, weird.
No finishes in ADCC 2022 by Darce. In the ADCC finals. Yeah. Kimura's not there either. Sorry. I didn't see it, unless I skipped over it. Are these the best submissions? No, we're talking about success to attempt rate.
Best submission, rear naked choke.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Rear naked choke. So rear naked choke finishes, the only one that seems to finish more than 50% of the time is rear naked choke. If you're already mounted on the back, you get the hooks in, you get everything in, there's a high chance you're going to be able to finish that. Other things people squirm out of. Armbar is pretty high up there. Guillotine. But the guillotine, what I like about the guillotine is that guillotine is low risk. So as long as you stay on top, guillotine is no risk.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's always right there with the front headlock. Front headlock, such a versatile position for taking back, controlling, takedown, and guillotine.
Yeah.
You like guillotines?
It's my favorite.
Really? 2024, you want to guillotine someone in competition? Is it going to happen?
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Have you gotten a competition guillotine?
Have I gotten a guillotine competition? No.
Whoa, that's crazy.
What I've gotten.
Let's go get you one, man. Quintet Taiwan. What about a Kodiak Cup? March 2nd, Kodiak Cup.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I did compete this year though in June. I faced Steven Su and what was the other gentleman's name? You had a match with him.
Wei Xiang?
Yes.
Xiang Wei?
Yes.
Wei Xiang.
Wei Xiang. I lost my matches, but it was a good experience. I haven't competed in a very long time, so like the nerves and all the build-up and the preparation and everything going into it, that was a good exercise.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's like just getting ready for competition just puts you on the next, like, I don't know, like plane of existence is the only word I can think of. What's a good way to say that? It helps you get your stuff together.
It gives you a very direct purpose. Like a real and direct purpose, and you have a deadline.
Organizes your life.
Yeah, you have a deadline for this assignment. Whether you're ready for this assignment or not, whether you've completed the assignment or not, you must hand it in on this day. So that was good.
Yeah, I think just that aspect of competition is so good. My diet always cleans up, sleeps a little better, make better decisions with my life.
Yeah, so it was awesome. And you had a competition just the other day.
Yeah.
Actually, you had a few competitions this year.
A few competitions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember the beginning of the year. Maybe in the beginning of the year I did a gi match with Ryan Fernandez. Sounds possible. I got destroyed.
Yeah, that was this year as well.
And then the ones that I remember was when I came back from Thailand. I think it was about a week later, so this was in August. I had 2 matches in Taichung, Kodiak Cup, against your opponent, Wei Xiang.
Yes.
We're sharing his name.
Yeah.
And big coach Dave Kipper. And I was lucky enough to win both these matches. In the Wei Xiang match, I popped had some popping sensation in my ribs. I think I was spraining some intercostal muscles. And that was like 1 minute maybe into the match. I just went down, like a little K-guard direction, nothing even crazy. I'm not even sure we were touching. Pop, 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 pop. And then still got to keep going. And so that was a new experience for me. I've never felt that before. Never had something go wrong in a match and then have to like, we have 8 more minutes. And so that was a big, that was like one of my tougher matches that I can remember. And then recently I had a match with Bo Nickal where I just dominated that man. Not really. He took me down. He had a nice leg lock attempt.
It wasn't complete domination. It was in the end, but it wasn't domination from bell to bell.
No. He started out strong, and then I slowly took over the advantage. Yeah, I almost broke his arm with a dead orchard. That was a good match because they had this rule where if you're in a submission and you touch the wall, they stop the match, reset you in the middle, and the person who had the submission hold gets 1 point. They called it a catch. And that was interesting because I thought I won the match. I thought it was done. I thought his arm was broken. I was like being a little gentle on him. Ended up getting a 1 point, and then that's when the match really started. Dominated, won. Thank you. On to the next one. So yeah, I hope 2024 can do that again. Tap Out Island was a great success. I think it was a very fun event. Kodiak Cup, like I say, March 2nd. I already told Coach I'm in. He knows kind of how it is with me. If there's a no-gi match that I can just show up to with low stakes, you know? Like the opposite of that would be the Dumao tournament coming up. It's very hard to register for Dumao now. It's so complicated filling out their forms, and it's quite expensive to show up for a match with no cash prize. And that's getting harder for me to do that registration process, as opposed to Tap Out Island, Kodiak Cup. I make a phone call to my friend, hey, I want a match. They find me a match. I show up, I win, I get some money. That's nice. So nice. What do you think? You want to do it? Me versus you? I've been calling you out for years, man. You jucking me? What if we get you steroids first? You can do steroids for a match.
No, I don't want to do them.
Okay, I'll do steroids.
Yeah, you do the steroids, then we do a match. It's been a great year. We've been building up the channel. I think we started out the year maybe like 400 subscribers. I think we're at 700. It's
on our way up.
We've been doing these.
Next stop 1,000. Tell your friends.
Yeah. So it's been good.
Yeah. We have a website now. Tahric's been doing such good work. This man works so hard.
We have a website now,
A website, TAIPEI.abjj.com. I put up a blog post. I did it in 2 minutes, and so hopefully in the future I'll put more time into it and make them better. But I think we already started out pretty strong. Links to old videos, things we're watching, things we're thinking about. It's going to be very beautiful. And later we'll have stuff to sell.
Yes.
Give us your money. Finally, we've been trying.
Yeah.
So I think we're moving in a good direction. What's our plan? Keep doing these videos, keep putting out stuff.
Keep doing the videos, keep working on the site, keep training, just keep keeping.
You started teaching jiu-jitsu this year too.
Yeah, I've been teaching jiu-jitsu this year. Teach kids, teach adult private. So it's
more of that.
Yeah, more of that. These are things that weren't really in my mind a year ago for doing. I guess just getting my brown belt, people would just be like, "Hey, can you teach me something?"
Crazy how that works. Belts are important.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's been a good year for jiu-jitsu. We've remained consistent with our videos, with our content. So it's good.
And training.
Yeah, we're training.
We got some good training in Taipei. If you're out there, you want to come join us sometime, send us a message. We got lots of training around town. We know every gym can direct you where you want to go.
Yeah.
You want to come to private lessons. Tahric teaches private lessons. I teach private lessons.
Yeah, we're
friendly.
We
custom video.
Yeah, we haven't made any beef with anyone in the community.
Is that true? I got some beef.
Well, I don't have any beef.
Should we air my beef?
No.
I should call him out.
I don't have any beef.
Tahric has no beef. Everybody, Tahric.
So far, no beef.
That's good.
Let's see. Did
Good
you
thing to
mention
strive for.
Kimura and Chainsmoke?
Yeah, beef with Will Munger.
Are these the best submissions, or just an indication of what people suck less at?
That's a Will Munger question.
Yeah.
So I got beef with this guy.
What was pulled off at ADCC? Drilled, possible, okay. And then he says, Tahric, you have 1 more week to sign up for ASJJF tournament in January.
Do you want to? How much does it cost? 1,800?
I don't know.
2,000 Taiwanese dollars?
I'm not that interested in competition anytime soon, so.
I'm interested in cash prize competitions. It's reasonable. It doesn't need to be much money. A little net positive. I think we should be net positive grapplers. Shouldn't have to spend lots and lots of money unless it's really leading to something, you know. ADCC trials, I understand. World championships, I understand. Shouldn't we be able to play for free?
Yeah, just set it out in a park. Just get a ref.
No, I mean, people are coming to watch these events. Why don't we charge them money? Huh? Why are you charging me? Anyway. Moving right along.
That was a good year, so. Anything else you got on the year? No. Any other memories?
Forgot everything.
Yes.
Oh, we moved 3 times. That was weird.
Yeah. You can see we've changed our studio a few times.
What do you think of this one? I think it's pretty nice. It's crazy for you guys because we have like such a beautiful view, but you guys just see this wall. That's weird.
I think that's. Got anything else to say?
I'm out of words.
Yeah, I think I'm out of words.
And a happy new year.
Yeah, happy new year, everybody. Jayo for next year. 2023 is quickly behind us. 2024, arbitrary number, but it's meaningful to us. See what we can do in 2024.
I think it'll be okay.
All your dreams will come true in 2024.
Yeah. Should we show them the homie control?
You guys want to see homie control?
We've been practicing homie control. We've been practicing for 1 day, but already plugs into a lot of what we're doing.
Submission of 2020, oh sorry, hold of 2023, position of 2023. Homie control, okay,
Homie control.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Homie control. This is how you control your homies, guys. When your homie is just acting wild, and you can't contain him.
You gotta control him.
You gotta control him.
You don't want to hurt him.
Yeah, he might hurt others. He might hurt himself. So you gotta control your homie. And it's an aggressive move.
Close.
Here we go.
How to start? Start from butterfly. So homie control, you can get it from lots of positions. But here's what it is, basically. Underhook, all the way up to his head. Stable grip, control. Homie control. From here, very easy. Check. And take the back. Homie control.
Let's do it again. Let's point the heads this way.
Underhook, up to his head, stable grip, and pull. This homie's not going anywhere. Try to stand up, Tahric. Try to wild out and hurt somebody. And so you can't always, but you can often shuck this arm by very easily. Sit out, squeeze, and get a gift wrap. If his arm doesn't shuck by, you can't get a gift wrap. Another option. Homie control. You can come out, get my legs up, and play rubber guard. Zombie. And now I have so many options here. Come around. Homie control. Yeah.
So we're playing with this yesterday. It also works from two distinct positions if the guy is even like just giving me pressure. So he's pressuring me. If I can get this underhook with the pressure, I have him here. The homie control is right there. So even when guys pressure you, it's still available. If they don't pressure you, you can actually reach up and fall down with them.
It's just so weird, like when you grab behind the arm, my arm goes straight and like weak. That's why it's so easy to pass by. So if you get it in perfectly and they crunch down, you still got good control. But if you get that arm up, it just passes easy.
Oh. So here, if it's far, if he's staying back, I fall down and I squeeze this arm, and his bicep is already over my shoulder, so I can shrug, and I'm still kind of side mounted on him here.
Homie control.
Feels nasty.
So
It feels rude too, because the guy just comes up and grabs your head and says, "Give me that."
Yeah.
Right.
So we were playing this from dogfight. Dogfight is you're down here, quarter guard or half guard. Shoot underhook, and he has deep whizzer. He's bigger than me. I'm not gonna take him over, so I just raise my hand up, grab it, and pull them down. Now look, already his arm is much weaker. Can you be strong? Can you like whizzer? It's like the comfortable direction for his arm is to go all the way out.
We gotta move back.
Homie control.
We're a little bit off screen.
You all done?
All done. Happy New Year, 2023. See you never again.
Yeah. TAIPEIBJJ.com. Marshall Stamper. Tahric Finn.
2024 is on the way.